Sunshine Sports Report this week on 904 Live. And as you can see, I'm not by myself this week. I've got four guests. From my right all the way over to the left is, sitting next to me is Cherie Roberts.
Hi.
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 You hear our voice almost daily sometimes on radio. My friend David Emanuel, it's been like 5 years since I first met you.
5 years.
You probably don't even remember where we met.
I hope we met at the radio station.
No, we did.
We met somewhere other than the radio station?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I'm not going to try and guess then.
Right next to David is, well, you may not recognize her, but it's my friend. Tell me your name again.
Anitra Robinson.
Anitra Robinson, which you're better known as.
I'm Hattie Mae.
And on the far right is Big Chip.
Hey.
And the last three are all comedians of some kind. Some of them are stand-up, some of them aren't. But all of them are excellent actors. I've seen some of their work.
Thank you.
I have. I've seen some of your work. And next to me is a writer. She writes the words for the actors.
Yes.
Cherie, in fact, you are a published author.
Yes.
And what's the name of the book you have there? 21 Ways to Bless?
Yes.
Turn it
21
around.
Ways to Bless Even If You're Broke.
Okay, you gotta tell me about that. I mean, you don't have to read the book, but you tell me the thinking behind the book.
It's actually a little bit of a play on words, because what it is to show how significant you can, or still have significance, even if you don't have finances to make things happen. So there are other things that you can do around that until the finances come.
Okay, to be blessed.
Absolutely. And to bless others.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's start with you, shit.
Hold it up.
Let's start with you. Some of your, why don't you run down some of your accomplishments? Because I was starting to write them down and my pen ran out of ink.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Wow.
That's
Well,
good time.
yeah.
Amen. Praise the Lord.
To God be the glory on that. But yes, I am the founder of SLR Productions and Publishing Company, and these individuals are helping me to put together a comedy show coming up December 14th. And comedy shows is one of the things that I do and produce. Also, the other things that many people know me for are the stage plays. And so we have a stage play coming up next year, and also books, and I have done a magazine as well. So quite a few different
What
things.
stage plays have you put on in the past then?
The last one that we did was in 2016 called Diamond in the Rough, and that was done at the Ritz Theater. We actually did it twice there, and it was a phenomenal show about a gentleman who had a history like before Christ, as many people have, and we did a play on that, and we just presented his story, his life story. It was an amazing story. I still have that clip and feature for that trailer on my website, and it was a sellout performance, and we had a really phenomenal time doing that. Other productions I've done, the last one before that was called The Last Day, and it had some younger actors in there. That was done at the University of North Florida, so that was a really fun project. And then the current project that I'm working on is it was previously called The Grown Men, but we've changed it to Family Rights. And that one is a phenomenal story involving a father and his two sons and a business arrangement that has to come to a decision between the two sons who's going to get the business.
Okay.
So that's coming up next year.
So how did you get to this point? Did you study writing or something that just came to you?
Well, yes, I've been writing since a child. Actually, my first production was in the 7th grade. So I've been writing a while, but I did actually attend Full Sail University. I graduated and for creative writing. So I do have that experience, and I just did like what I always encourage any person that wants to write to do is just to write, because even if you go to school for it, you still have to have the training to do it by just doing it. And then, of course, you can learn things along the way, whether you learn it from other professionals, but it's nothing like just pen and paper and doing it and trying, spreading your wings.
Okay, David.
Yes.
Where would our viewers know you from?
Well, I was in two of the plays that Sheree mentioned.
Yes.
So
Which ones were those? And what parts did you play?
I played. Can you help me?
Yes.
'Cause I can't. You
I
gonna?
might have forgot about the ones we did at the
Yeah.
Two Saints.
I was the friend of the guy that went to prison
Yes.
in what's-
Diamond in the Rough.
Diamond in the Rough.
Right.
You were the
Right.
friends. So you tried to keep him out of prison, or
Khalid.
At the time,
or you helped him?
I
to go
was
to
working with him,
to go to
but
prison?
he was the leader, and I hadn't
Yes.
quite come into
Yes.
my own yet,
Okay.
so I was somewhat of a follower,
Okay.
you know.
Yes.
But I held him down while he was away, took over the operation. I actually flipped it and made more money than he did. No.
There you go. Okay. But
He also
really,
played
but-
Mr. Ray too.
And in the family one,
And
I was
Last
Mr.
Day.
Ray in there at UNF, and we also went to Lauder Hill. That played with
That's
Lauder
right,
Lauder
Hill.
Hill. Wow.
Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah, we took it down there as well.
so what else do you do besides acting?
I do stand up comedy. I'm at the Comedy Zone, and I do birthday parties, churches, anniversaries,
Yes.
wherever they need me, I go. Cause
So how would they get in contact with you?
via social media, they can type in David Emmanuel.
Yes,
I'm gonna
he's
pop up
everywhere.
because I stay busy. About 8 years ago, I said I'm gonna do everything I want to do. I'm just gonna win, and I just started doing a whole bunch of stuff.
And you've been winning ever since, huh?
Well, it feels good inside, doing what the Lord created me to do, and that's to be great. And I know He did that for everybody,
Yeah.
but sometimes they don't obey what He say do. Go out and flourish.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
So I'm just out there doing what my Creator told me to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anitra,
Yes.
what is it? How did your spirit develop Hattie Mae? Let's go start from there.
My mother.
Your mother.
Yeah.
So you're actually Hattie Mae the second.
Yes. She's the original Hattie Mae. So her character mixed with a little bit of my aunts, but mostly my mom. And she passed away in 2013, so she got to see
Yes.
the character in different plays, and if I needed to tweet it or whatever, but she laughed at it, she loved it, so that's how I keep her spirit with me.
And where do you perform at?
Oh, everywhere
Wow.
except for hell.
Wow.
Yeah, no. I go to churches.
You go to church?
I go to churches, family feud. Okay.
Family.
I'll be there one
Yes.
day. Look out, see
Amen.
you.
Amen.
Yes.
Speaking into existence.
Yes,
Manifest.
yes. Family reunions, birthday parties, just different events. I've hosted two of the WCGL
Yes.
celebration
Yes,
anniversary.
absolutely.
So I'm not a stand-up comic. I sit down. Thank you, 'cause I'm too old for that. But I also write plays. I only did one that was in Texas with two other friends of mine, and it was exciting to know, like she said, when you write something on paper and
Yes.
you see people
Yeah.
and hear them saying
Joy.
what you wrote and it comes to life. It's
Joy.
oh,
Yeah. Pure joy.
awesome.
Joy.
Yeah, it is. But yeah.
Now, where I met you at was actually I met your voice before I met you.
Yes.
I met you on WCGL, 94.7 FM and 1360 AM. I think at that time it was just 1360 AM, so
Yes.
I didn't have you in stereo.
No, you didn't.
But I listened to you the first week I listened to you. I said, why is she on WCGL? That was my first thought. And then I said, the next week I happened to be listening to the radio again. And I said, my goodness, she's funny, but she also, at the end of her shows, she ties it all together.
Yes.
And I think young people, well, anybody, she can reach anybody with the energy. And later on, we're gonna show a video of her, a video, and where she transforms into Hattie Mae, and you're gonna be amazed if you haven't already seen it.
I try to reach, but I do reach. But that's me, the old school. I can reach old school as well as new school. But the show is another place that you hear me on. and it's my first lady, Dr. Vera J. Goodman. It's her show.
Okay.
And so she got me and Brother Harold to come on there, and we just inspire people and make them laugh, because you never know what they go through that whole week.
Yeah.
So just for those 30 minutes, it takes their mind away from their problems or whatever, and
Right.
give them laughter. So that's what we do.
Absolutely.
Big Chip.
What's going
Yeah.
on? I never
All right, Big.
had no work with you, but go ahead.
You're a stand-up comedian, right?
Yes.
Where in town could we see you at?
Be somewhere everywhere. I always act.
You act too?
Yes.
Were you in any of the plays?
No, not this one, but I was in The Wiz.
The Wiz.
In Search for
Dark.
My King. Darren Hall Rubin.
Okay.
Say, Andre, don't mess this up.
You gonna get it? You gonna get it?
They gonna get you.
No,
I'm
but,
not gonna do no
That's
mimicry,
not
but
me, like, right? That's
I
not
got
me.
one.
no,
I got
no,
one.
no. He's a real cool guy.
Yeah.
He's really talented.
Yeah.
Shout
at
out
what
to
he do,
Daryl, yes.
You know.
Yeah.
But I do
Absolutely.
stand up. I got involved a different way because I
Okay.
used to curse.
Mm.
You
And
used
then,
to.
yes. I do clean shows now. Because before my mama passed, she said you're funny without cursing, and I took years off and redeveloped as I am now. So
Got tired of eating that soap.
it was
Okay.
hands in my household.
We're on 904live.com, but the name of the show is Sunshine Sports Report. So since the word sports is in the show, we might as well talk a little bit about sports. And before the show started, I asked if everybody was a Jaguar fan. Of course, everybody's hand went up. Yeah.
No, my
Well,
hand did
you
not
know.
go up.
Did you go?
I like
Everybody
colors.
loves a winner, and nobody loves a loser.
Well,
Well,
my
they
team that I
playing
like
the
are
colors.
losing, and I just heard today that we might get the #1 pick because of them losing.
Who's that?
The Dolphins.
Oh yeah, they're bad.
Same too.
But I was born in '72,
Yeah,
the year that they
same.
won and won the Super Bowl, a record nobody has ever broken.
No, so
They never gonna do
not
that.
so far. You're right.
Right, so I can hang with them until I
Until
go
Ain't
down,
nobody gonna do that.
down under now.
Jaguars, they're not losing. They just ain't
Patriots
playing.
came close.
Patriots-
But I do like the Jaguars because it brings money to our economy. It
Right.
helps the city
Right.
grow.
They fix
Right.
the roads.
I mean,
Yeah.
I love them from that aspect, and I want to see them
Where they
win.
ride
Right.
at.
You know, and there was a time where all Florida
When they
teams
lose,
was
they
my
dig a
team.
pothole.
You know, the Jags, Tampa, and
Yeah.
they all
I like
normally
Jacksonville
lose.
Bulls.
You like the Jacksonville Bulls, huh?
Um,
Okay, I remember the Bulls.
I remember those games.
So you like the Bulls better than you like the Jaguars.
Yes, but my team is Miami Dolphins.
So you're a Miami fan too.
Yes, we 2-9,
So-
but you know,
So basically, you were a Miami Dolphin fan before the Jaguars even came
Yes.
into
Right.
existence.
yes, I just never
Yeah.
jumped.
See, we needed
on
a
the
team.
bandwagon.
So
Yeah, we're just faithful.
you were faithful to the Dolphins. The Dolphins were the winners. They had won championships, so you were gonna follow them.
Yeah.
Ladies.
Well,
Well,
they watch plays.
you watch play.
Yes.
You know what though? You should write a book about sports.
True.
You
It's
should.
true. I do watch it when I'm with someone who else is, if they're watching it. I'll
I'll
join
do
in.
the
I'm
same.
not
I'll
not
do
gonna
the
just knock it off.
Okay.
I've been to a Jaguar game. How
Yeah?
about that?
Yeah. I think I saw you on Facebook. Did you put?
It's been a long time.
Oh,
I've
it's been
to-
a while.
Who were playing Marvin now?
What's that? Mark
I was
Brunell
I've
was
That
been
the
to
was
one,
quarterback.
so I'm not out of the loop.
So, okay, well, since you're not really Jaguar fans, what do you think about Colin Kaepernick? I mean, last week he had a
Good
tryout.
point.
He had a tryout for the NFL, and it was up in Atlanta. And Atlanta said, "Well, you can come and practice at the Falcons practice field." And Colin said, "No, I'm not going to practice there. We're going to go to the field that I choose."
Right.
Well, what do you think? Was that the right thing to do?
You want me to answer that?
Yes, go
Yes.
ahead.
Actually, that wasn't what happened.
Oh,
Actually, they were trying to get him to sign over his rights.
Okay.
That's why he switched the field, because there's footage out there of him doing a full workout at the high school.
Okay.
But if he would have did it there, his rights would have been taken.
So, in other words, basically what he was, I
Right,
think
wrong.
what you're referring to was the fact that he wouldn't have the right to sue them should something
Exactly.
happen in the future. So, if, for instance, because he had a settlement with the NFL. They settled because they did prove it was collusion that they didn't sign him. However, because of the workout now, that still doesn't mean he can't come back and sue him again. And what they wanted to do was to take that off the table.
Exactly.
From what I heard, out of the 32 teams in the NFL, and I would say roughly 20, need starting quarterbacks, and probably even more need backup quarterbacks. Nobody has shown any interest in them.
Yeah, he's blackballed.
I want him to come to the Jaguars.
He's not.
He need to.
Yes.
I want him for our city. Because
Why?
attention is the new currency.
Right.
So we need as much attention as we can get in this city.
They ain't gonna get that attention. I don't think he's gonna ever play again.
You don't think he'll never play another
But-
down?
Nope.
Well, I
Not
mean, he's
doing
made enough money not to play another down.
Well,
And it's
yeah,
been
with
playing
Nike-
with Nike and everything.
Yeah.
All this stuff is playing,
He has,
you know. But if we come together and agree on one accord, anytime we touch and agree, we can get them in the city.
Yeah, but
Y'all want
Jesus
touch?
rode in the
That's a
court.
lot of
Touch.
touching.
Hey.
Jesus rode in the court.
So yeah, he's been out of the league for a few years.
Right.
But from what I hear, he's been working out 5 days a week religiously, and apparently, I mean, he looked good in the footage. That we
Right.
saw. In fact, the NFL Network, which is owned by the NFL, showed the clips of him working out. Had he not, and this was his own film crew. Actually, it wasn't his film crew; it was Nike's film crew. So had he gone to the Atlanta workout or the Falcons workout, there wouldn't have been any public viewing of it.
Exactly.
So so I think what happened was Kaepernick now has the narrative. He controls the narrative. What he didn't want was the NFL to control the narrative. Because they could have said, well, he practiced, but he just did not look sharp, or he's a little slow. Remember when he was actually still playing? Well, we can't put him in the game because now he's a vegan and he's lost so much weight. You remember that?
No, but I just,
I
vegan
mean-
extracts a core of me. 'Cause it
Okay,
seemed
but
like,
that was one of the deals that they came up with. They
Yeah.
said, well, the reason why he can't play is because he's not strong enough right now, because he's a vegan. We need to put him.
come on, man, come on.
So
They got vegan billboards up everywhere. Burger King and McDonald's doing vegan.
yeah, so there's a lot of people in it that I talk to in sports that really love the NFL and they love everything that they do. But some of the stuff they do is pretty dirty.
Well, how did
That's
you
fake.
feel about the kneeling and what was going on? Because I
Well, that they stole a narrative from him.
Yeah, the Nets
Right.
don't got nothing to do with the NFL.
What he was protesting was not the flag, nor the soldiers,
Mhm.
nor police, for that matter, per se. What he was protesting was the fact that
The injustice.
injustice. Period. Not only police, but the whole criminal justice system, from start to finish. That was his narrative, but it got taken away.
Yeah, but it's built on that, so that ain't gonna never go.
And not even the third stanza, because as you go and look at the stanza in the song, we didn't even know that was in the song. That
Well,
Allegedly.
some of us did.
Well,
yeah.
but these young ones that
Oh,
don't
oh.
get taught by the ones
Okay,
before us,
okay.
we had no clue. And I'd been in the military all around the world and back again.
I didn't either. And I think I'm a few years older than all of you. Plus, I wasn't raised in this area. So that part wasn't taught to me either.
Mm.
Not until this whole deal with the Star Spangled Banner. So,
The reason why I didn't
and I think that the billionaires who run the NFL don't want him back in, but they don't want it to appear that it's them.
They're gonna keep getting him hush money.
Yeah.
So,
Plus, Ray Lewis gonna take 2 knees anyway.
Well, he he took a light. I mean,
Oh, wow. Okay. The views shared on this program do not
Yes.
Reflect.
reflect
Yes, yes.
904 Live nor the Sunshine Sports Report.
Well, we are comedians. We are
I'm just
comedians.
cutting up.
I'm just saying that, you know, the brother Ray Lewis gonna make sure we stay humble. That's all I was saying.
Okay, because, I mean, don't forget Ray is from Florida. He probably got people right.
Oh,
Yeah, he's got people here, so it could get back to him. So let's just keep it calm on Ray.
Yeah,
Right.
because I won't want him
he
to
from
cut
Jacksonville?
No, he's not from Jacksonville, but he's from Florida.
Shit, what he did, stab
up. No,
somebody.
I say I won't want him to cut
Oh.
up.
Oh,
We just playing.
We just
Put the blade now.
We just cutting up.
Just a little sit down comedy.
This for all the comedians, here, the three comedians. Were any of you the class clown?
Yes.
I was, and my testimony is about my 1.8 GPA.
Okay.
And I bring it out there with me, and I have no shame. And I talk about what they taught me in school, and they did not have intentions for me learning good stuff to empower myself. I learned more on YouTube in 2 weeks than I did 13 years of school. People think I'm super intelligent. And I'm like, no, I just get to research information that pertains to me, and that's exciting and makes me be a vibrant human being.
So the education system pushes one size fits all when really it doesn't.
It doesn't. Because I feel like it's a waste of my time.
But you know, I feel like we also can't blame just the educational system because we are responsible.
Right.
Like when my grandchildren come on, and I got to see what do y'all learn. Then I got to talk to them and say, wait a minute, you need to know a little more than that. Because I need you to think about being a business owner. Think about being an entrepreneur. Think about investing in stock, investing in real estate. Think about, you know, your first thing shouldn't be, I got to go get a job. I got to work. You might create jobs for others, you know. So I actually like the journey that I was taking on because we are actually diamonds, and if we don't go through the rough, we're not going to be the diamonds we were created to be. So I'm not upset about what happened, but acknowledging what happened and being honest is what's important to me, so I can be important to myself.
So Big Chip, you said you were the class clown?
Yes. Yes. I was born this way. I was born.
So you gave the teacher a hard time or fellow students?
Everybody.
Whatever struck your fancy at the
Yes,
time.
everybody to my parents or somebody show up.
This is the Sunshine Sports Report, and we're on 904live.com. So if you like what you're hearing and seeing, like and share with your Facebook friends. We're also on Periscope and Stephon, what else? YouTube. We on YouTube now? Hey YouTube, I didn't know that.
Hey,
YouTube.
I was thinking that
You
we
too can be
you too can be
That's
here.
YouTube is awesome.
Yeah, I didn't realize. I thought I didn't know we went on live. I thought it was after the fact that we went on YouTube.
So
we're on
please
YouTube.
subscribe.
Yes,
And share.
subscribe.
Subscribe.
Share. Yeah, absolutely. And Hattie,
Yes.
well, you were
No, I was not no class clown.
you
No.
Bible study.
You
Don't
were
you see,
studying.
don't you see what I'm acting up now? My mom gone, so I'm acting up now.
So this is your classroom right
This
now.
is my classroom right here. I better not. I don't know why I kept getting teachers that want to snitch and tell on me. If I suck my teeth, oh, the dentist, I was there the next day. No, see, I came from the old school. You got your lesson and whatnot. If not, you had a switch, belt, shoe,
Anything in there.
anything they can find. Oh, Jesus, I was thinking about that.
HRS on my mom.
Ooh.
Yeah.
No, sir.
Cherie, you were
Class
you
clown.
class clown?
No, I wasn't the class clown, but I
Yeah, she
was
You
always
played
the
on
one.
TV, huh?
They always pushed me on to be the.
Little
I
house on
was
the
always trying to be the
prairie.
leader of the group.
You
They
were
always
leader.
thought I was the leader of the group.
So
She was.
you were the one that they pointed to be more like.
Yes.
How come you can't be like Cherie? Cherie knows it all. Follow Cherie.
I think
That
she-
would be
She
nice.
was trying to be like Laura Ingalls.
I think she was a
just
track
minding-
star.
I
Track
mind
star?
my
I think so.
business.
Were you an athlete?
And no, I didn't do
Well, where did you
athlete.
get
Oh, I got the
Unfortunately-
wrong bio. You didn't.
No, it wasn't
Oh.
athlete.
He
I was
said he
the
got the wrong
opposite.
Somebody
No, it's okay.
Well, there's a
No.
lot of Cheries around, so
Yes,
it's
right.
probably with somebody else.
So
Cherie wrote.
I was the one they didn't want on their team, but
Oh.
then they did want me on their team in another ways, being a friend and a supporter.
And like when they had spelling bees and stuff
Maybe,
like that.
Yeah.
Decision making time, because we weren't taught critical thinking. I just learned the word critical thinking about 4 or 5 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
So,
So they probably had her for the critical
what?
thinking.
You know what? I was
Maybe so.
about to ask you what school you went to, but maybe I should.
William M. Raines, but I don't blame them because I didn't know the history. I didn't know.
Oh,
I didn't know about Dr. Robinson. I didn't get that until I was a grown adult. Dr. Robinson started that school and he had extravagant teachers.
Taste that Caribbean.
Guess that's my warning.
That was a Raines calling, and they want their diploma.
We had high academics in the beginning. If I would have known that history, I know, but if I would have known the history before I attended there, I would have had some pride. But they didn't teach me that. And my classmate Emmanuel Washington made the film We Remember Raines and gave us the whole history.
With Jimmy
Wow.
Johnson.
Hey, big man.
Why you gonna do that, man?
Let's take a time out. We're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we're gonna finish up talking with our guest here on the Sunshine Sports Report. And once again, don't forget to share and like on Facebook, Periscope, and YouTube. You subscribe on YouTube and you can like.
Yes.
So it's 904live.com, and the show is the Sunshine Sports Report. I'm Greg Daniels, and these are all my guests and friends.
Yes.
Co-workers,
Some of the kids.
in some cases.
Every time I come on the show, you on the show. Beat up all.
Taste that Caribbean sunrise. Bakery, curry jerk and oxtails. Flavor savory. Taste that Caribbean sunrise. So happy to feast. Come dine and unwind. Caribbean sunrise.
The finest authentic Caribbean cuisine. Yeah, man. Curried shrimp, daily specials, and much more. Caribbean Sunrise Bakery.
They get to the very end and they don't have anybody else.
Mike
So
told me
they'd be
that.
like, they didn't want me on.
On what?
Yeah.
On baseball team, basketball team, no team.
All right, we're back on the Sunshine Sports Report. 904live.com is our platform, and we are here with a room full. Cherie Roberts, we got David Emmanuel, Anitra Robinson, and Big Chip. And they're all writers, producers, and some are stand-up comedians. And some, which ones? You raised
Well,
your
I
hand.
had 2 films that I did this year going.
Oh,
The
did you?
48-Hour Film Festival and the LOL Film Festival. And Chip was also in those films, and I had to write, produce, and shoot, cast, and everything, which I don't want to be doing. I want my own crew.
Where did you get all that money from? Gee.
What? Who? They were short films, very short.
Oh, very
What?
good.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
I read the book.
Timing.
Okay, you read the book. Okay, so, but you did all that?
I did it because I had to. Because
We would have been in the
We wanted to do film, and the crew that did our 48 before, which is a good team. I'm not gonna give the name out because they didn't pay for sponsorship, but they didn't want to do it this year. And I have a bunch of comedians and actors, and you know, I have the equipment, and I'm ready when they're ready. So that's why we did it.
Well, going back to your previous projects, how do the viewers get to see it?
It's on one of my channels on YouTube. I got about 3 channels on YouTube. Pretty soon, everything's gonna be on one channel.
Well, okay, you pick a channel and let them figure out, tell them which channel to go to.
David Emmanuel Comedian. You can type that in on any social media and it'll bring you up. Bring me up.
What about you, Big Chip? Same deal? You got your stuff
You can
on?
go on my Facebook, Chip, and you can follow me from there.
So, okay, see, I didn't know that, man.
Yeah, I got my clothing line.
I didn't know that you were a director.
I got my clothing line.
What?
And me too. I didn't know I had
Halfway
name.
baptized.
You got a clothing line?
Yeah, you know, I'm unity over belief
Okay, no.
for the people.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where do they go to see some of your fashions?
There's a unity over belief on Instagram, a whole page where I take pictures next to celebrities with my shirt on. That way, it's guerrilla marketing, you know, in my budget. But
Well, you actually have a line?
oh, you think I'm?
Oh, he do too.
I got my
Yeah.
phone. I'm only gonna show you a product.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he got.
Okay,
I
all right.
got,
I thought he was joking.
No, I don't. I do joke though, because that's my
Yeah.
job. But this is.
That's serious.
Yeah, I have halfway baptized. You know, 'cause some of us halfway baptized. You know, it can mean a lot of stuff. You know, someone gonna push you to the edge every night.
Sometimes
Sometime.
you can get when you're spiritual
But
ground.
yeah, I can tell you why I'm halfway baptized, because when I went to do everything and they pushed me back, there was a roach in there. So I wasn't finna go in that water.
So he only got his feet wet.
I'm halfway.
So, David, you say you're a comedian, stand-up comedian. Let's show the people a little bit of your work. And where was this at?
This was at a church with One Accord Gospel Temple, one of our anniversaries.
This was a while ago.
Yeah, some years ago.
Because
When I didn't have that much faith that my hair would grow, but then I talked to the Lord, and He said, "The faith of a mustard seed." And then I said, "Lord, please give me abundance," and my hair started growing. Amen.
Amen. There you go.
He said, 'cause they didn't want to call me.
Yep.
They called me, I have to explain to them. Hey, man, Hey, when anybody cook, you ain't gonna have no job. Oh, yeah, you get
All right.
Yeah.
And you were just getting
Yeah,
started.
that's right when I was saying. No. I'm
David Emmanuel. So you get that and much more
Yes.
now that he's more experienced.
Well, Christmas with Hattie Mae. This is gonna be my first Christmas with Hattie
Hattie's
Mae,
house.
and I'm gonna show out at Hattie's house. Yeah, because you get gifts, you get to have a good time. The spirit is good, the love is in the air. I'm just gonna have a good time.
You gonna have a good time.
I'm gonna have a good time.
So you're not gonna do what's written.
What's written?
Nothing's written.
When
This is
The
all
improv. Oh my.
yeah, we're gonna
Yes.
we got the spirit. We let the spirit
right.
operate. Just let the spirit
right.
loose.
Yes,
That's
it is
right.
truly a
That's it.
live comedy show. Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it is. Yes.
That's my second
Uh-oh.
show
We're
with
gonna
Hattie.
have a great time.
That's my second
Yep.
show with Hattie.
So you
Yep.
just so you guys are just gonna improv. I thought it was written.
I love improv.
Yeah.
You got to go back to your childlike state.
Yeah.
And that's when we were more free. We didn't have all those restrictions and blocks and things we were taught.
And these are well capable of doing it. They've been on enough stages, and as you can see, David, of course, just showed that he is well capable of doing improv. Now, I did produce it to have a certain theme, but ultimately, they're each going to have an opportunity to give their talent raw and live, and it's going to be amazing.
Okay. Well.
Mr. Daniels, if you want to write something and you want us to do a sports skit, I'm sure we can
Well,
do it.
I don't know.
We love writers, and
Yes.
Cherie, we want to thank you for writing for us and giving us a platform and giving us an opportunity. We
Yes.
really, really thank you because writers are so hard to find.
I almost wore my orthopedic shoes.
Now, somebody stole the gift from Hattie.
Okay.
That's really why this is coming on, because somebody stole.
Well, why are you giving away the plot?
I'm just saying somebody.
You don't know.
I don't know which one.
So it could have been.
Because the title is.
It could be anybody.
So it
So
could have been.
where's
It
my
could
gift?
have. It could have been any one of these two,
Mhm.
or
No, no,
somebody
no,
else.
we missing
got
somebody.
one somebody.
And we
I
missing
know.
somebody too.
We got one missing.
But I obey the
Wait a minute.
Ten Commandments.
So if we're missing one of
Yes.
the three, so now we know why the one guy didn't come.
Well, possibly.
Could be.
Possibly.
Could be. But actually, Osric Cooley is also going to be a part of the show. So we do have these individuals as well as Osric to tell us give us the secret. Who did it?
But so they're gonna have to. So they don't even really know who did it
Yeah.
until they.
Till the end.
You gotta come and
Yeah,
see.
it's like
Yeah, come and
I would say a murder
Hmm.
mystery, but it's a stealing mystery.
Do you know?
We'll see when we get to the night of the show.
Well, we know she
Come
couldn't.
get your ticket.
She couldn't steal it because she's the
December
gospel angel.
14th, Saturday, December
Well,
14th.
yeah, and she's not on stage.
Yes.
Black Friday sale.
Black Friday.
Yeah.
For 30. Come get it.
Well, we've talked about Hattie Mae all evening, so let's take a look at Hattie Mae and see her in her natural habitat.
Oh, you would do that one. That's the beginning.
Earl weed.
Yeah, hello. Look at here. I was jamming. I ain't have to pick up the phone. Listen, I'm trying to do an introduction here. Wait a minute. Hold on. Just hold on, I said. Hold on. Hello, everybody. This is Mother Hatchet Man. Your favorite mother. Look at him.
Okay, so you will perform at any time, at anywhere.
And not anytime.
Not anytime?
I need my rest. There's no late night calls.
But if the Lord ring your doorbell,
Yeah.
come on.
If he rung my doorbell.
If the Lord rung your doorbell,
First of all,
we in the hours
He
of the
don't
night.
need to ring the doorbell. He just come on in. Come on in the room.
He has to say,
Okay, since we're talking about the play, how do folks get the tickets to, comedy show? How do folks get the tickets?
Each one of us have tickets, but also if they'd like to go online, they can go to slrpresents.com. And that website will take you to the page where you'll see the play or see the story, you'll see the flyer. And also there's information on how you can purchase your tickets right on the site.
And the date again?
It's Saturday, December 14th at 7 o'clock. I do accept vendors as well.
Okay.
So if anyone has a business and you'd like to do some vending, this event will be at the Salem Center, which is on Bonneville Road, right next to the Social Security office. That's usually a good landmark.
Yeah.
Off of Phillips Highway. So if you'd like to come to the Salem Center and see some very talented individuals and find out who stole that gift from Hattie Mae, you definitely want to come. Tickets are only $20, and also we're doing a Black Friday special. Chip mentioned it earlier. Got a Black Friday special. You want to bring a friend?
Mm-hmm.
You get 2 for $30, so it's 15 each. So we're gonna kick that off.
So Black Friday is already started.
Black Friday.
It's already started.
Yeah, why
So-
not?
2 for 30,
Yeah.
1 for 20.
1 for 20.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah. Salem Center, that's a beautiful place. I've been
It
there.
is. It is very
And so, by Phillips Highway, JTB, right off of JTB.
nice. Right. That's right.
And it's, wow, I'm kind of stuck here because I was thinking it was a play. Now you're telling me it's like, Whose Line Is It Anyway? You ever see that show?
Mm-hmm.
It's actually both.
Yeah.
It is.
You get a good amount of stand up, and then at the end you get some.
You're gonna get a
some
little
good
bit of acting as well too. So
Yeah.
it's really a mixture. It's very unique, very different
So,
than just an ordinary comedy show.
so we know that she's going to be in her character.
Yes,
Are the gentlemen, do they have characters or they're just who they are?
as their
Big Chip?
stage comedian. Yeah,
Yeah,
Big
I think
Chip?
as their stage.
we're just gonna be our regular self, but I do have a Reverend Pineal Gland, but we didn't put him on the menu.
Well,
So
let's give us some. Give us some of that.
Reverend Pineal Gland mostly talks about the pineal gland in your head because we don't know about the pineal gland. So when Reverend Pineal Gland comes on, he talks to the people about learning your inside and loving who and what you are and what you was created to be. That's Reverend Pineal Gland. But I also get to wear my reins, cap, and gown, because my other brother and sister didn't graduate, so the pressure was on me. And I was the last in the class, about 358. I was like 357. But I made it. Amen. Nice school and everything. I made it across the finish line. But that Reverend Pineal gets to wear that hat, and it's still, from my graduation. It's beautiful. But he's not on the menu that night.
Oh, he could be though.
Could
I
be.
mean, he could because he could be the one who
Full of
stole.
surprises.
Wait a minute, no, we're not gonna make Reverend Pineal Gland steal now. We's the holy people. We's gonna do no stealing. We's don't steal. Oh.
No, we signed up David Emmanuel to be the
David.
person on the show for that night.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Reverend Pineal Gland is on YouTube. I just put some of his stuff up, and especially on Facebook. He comes on Sunday mornings and
Okay.
give out whatever is on his spirit.
And Big Chip, just Big Chip.
I have a character called Deacon Flim Flam. He's more like a smooth, over-exaggerating. He would bring the Bible to. He's the type to have 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread, but he gonna feed himself.
Flip
He's
man.
on YouTube.
He's on YouTube as
he's
well.
on YouTube.
And that's what Chip,
Big Chip.
Big Chip on YouTube.
Yes.
So okay.
Yes. Now there is a play coming next year in June, and that is called the Family Rights. That's the big play that will be coming next year.
Okay.
Yes.
What's the general outline of it?
That is involving 2 sons. We actually featured a little piece of it in Atlanta, in 2016. We actually won the competition for it, and we featured Tyrone Lennon and Johnny Dearborn Sr. They were the main actors
Okay.
in the production, and they're still going to be in that role next year. But they play a father and son team, and there's a second son who has left the house for many years, and the play takes place when he's returning unexpectedly, and kind of wanting to take his place back in the family as far as helping with the family business, although he has kind of been MIA for many years. So they're kind of like, okay, you want
That
to come
sounds
back
like
and
sounds like a part for David Manuel.
well,
That's
David Emmanuel
Now-
is in this production
now,
too, so
If
Yeah.
if you get that part now, I would have to get 20%.
20%.
Yeah.
well,
As-
we
Yeah,
we
as
did.
agent, I mean, because I'm pushing for you to get the part,
Well, he's in it, so
but he'll get a bigger part though.
oh. His eyes
You're
are wide
hired.
open.
Yeah, he'll get a bigger
Cause
part.
I want more camera time. If I don't want anything else in
Absolutely.
this world, I want more camera
Yeah.
time.
We are working on going into film as well, which is something we're working on. We'll have more information about that later. But definitely, I'm looking into film. We mentioned that a little bit earlier.
She left me out. I'm in this.
You're not.
I'm in it. Just wait until we leave him.
Wait till we launch into film.
feel bad.
Oh, she wants
Because
to-
I'm the only one.
Right.
You done messed it up
And
now.
this-
Now I'm feeling
She
bad.
didn't even mention me. She didn't even mention me. Mr. Daniels brought me into
Oh,
it.
wait a minute. Wait
So-
a minute. Wait a minute.
I'm sticking up
She
for
didn't
you,
even.
Sheree.
She didn't even mention.
She didn't
the
mention me either.
wings and the smile. We went way
Yeah,
back.
they go way back.
Yeah.
So
And it's a lot. Yeah, I mean, you're
I was
right.
running
it's
with
a
that
lot.
chicken wing when I won.
And one other thing, David was actually, I do a program, I've actually done 6 shows called Wings and a Smile.
Okay.
Now that project is really for raising awareness. So organizations that want to raise awareness or bring awareness to that, that's what that show is around. And David, one of the things I incorporated was the Laughing Wing Award, because at every Wings and a Smile, we have chicken wings. No
Right.
matter where we are, whatever, it's gonna be chicken wings on the menu. And David was the first one to receive a Laughing Wing Award. So he is like the Laughing Wing King.
Yeah, because I was the only one on the show.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and I got to model on that show with
He
the
got to
other
model.
models.
He got to
It
model.
was-
We did a men's modeling show that day as
Okay.
well.
She be
so
blessed.
we did all kinds of
Where
varieties
did you
of
get the
stuff.
clothes from?
The whoever had the clothes,
We
they
had
had.
Jay's Fashion.
Yeah, they yeah.
Yeah, Jay's Fashion.
So he was
awesome.
They were
Awesome
sponsored.
show. They were sponsored.
Yeah,
Yes.
I learned to model and everything.
Okay.
That's growth. You got to get around people of abundance. That's going to allow you to grow.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Okay.
I was.
Besides Korean people.
I talk about.
Wait a minute.
Oh, God.
We do not endorse.
Okay.
Oh, boy, you can do
Oh, I
another
thought-
one.
Okay,
I thought
first-
you said bundle.
School,
My
you
bad.
did.
First it was Ray Lewis. Now it's
I didn't say
I
it.
thought he said bundle. I didn't know.
No.
All I said was Ray Lewis was a praying man. I don't see nothing wrong with that. When he go down, he goes down on both knees. That we all go down. I get down on Sunday morning and pray.
Yeah.
So
We've done quite a bit of projects over the years. This year is actually 5 years since we have launched SLR Productions and Publishing Company, which again, you can see all of those things on slrpresents.com. We keep a good variety of pictures and all of that on there
Yeah, I
if
did
you
see
want more
some of that.
information. Yeah.
so SLR is the way to go. SLR
Presents.com.
presents because,
Yes.
like you said, there's a lot of SLRs out there. So
It is.
you got to do SLR presents.
Right, .com.
.com. And, well, let's take a time out, and when we come back, we're going to put a cap on this show. And, huh?
You don't need no cap on the show. You need some heat.
Yeah,
It's cold in here.
it-
It's 40 degrees in here.
Oh, this big people.
I think they trying to freeze.
Yeah, well-
they trying to freeze the thief out.
We good.
we're big people. Me and Stefan are big people, so we don't like a whole lot of heat.
But they have it
Yeah,
cold
we
like
do
this
that.
interrogation rooms. Because when somebody done stole something, you freeze them out until they confess.
Well,
We need this air because sometimes our thighs might rub.
this is the Sunshine
Wow.
Sports Report, a very special Sunshine Sports Report on 904live.com. share, and like, and we'll be back in just a moment.
I can't wait to eat them collard greens, them smothered chops, and that mac and cheese. That homemade southern goodness, y'all, with cornbread that you won't believe. Located on two sides of town, no excuse to be missing out. It's the taste that you gotta have, the taste that you want, and the taste that you need. So
That buffet was created out at the Palms Fish Camp that my parents owned for a long time, and we started doing that on the weekend, and then started getting recognized in every city, newspaper, television, because of the authenticity of North Florida's cuisine.
Gotcha.
The collard greens?
Heck yeah.
You don't find people that can cook collard greens anymore.
What's in that mashed potato casserole, man? That's
Oh,
awesome.
that's the Little Marsh Island
Little.
casserole.
Besides the delicious casserole with cheese and scallops, I also love the fried green tomatoes, the greens, and last but not least, the Cajun shrimp that Art serves straight out of a giant iron skillet.
We never saw any of that artificial crab meat. We had the real thing.
Right.
We never had to get that bleached out and dyed fish and call it crab cakes. Attention, everybody! There's something I have to tell you about the crab cakes. There's something in them you may not recognize the flavor. It's real crab meat. Eat them up, eat them up. Yeah. The reason we do reservations is because it's like coming to your mother's house for dinner. Everything we fix is your food. So if you don't eat it all, you're going to take it home with you. One time, Times Union did an article on me, and they said, come often, start early, eat a lot, because Art starts out fresh every day and runs out. Coming at you, hot shrimp!
And you have fried fish, and you have
With cornmeal batter?
fried shrimp, which is not too bad either. And how do you
fried-
serve it?
Hot shrimp, hot shrimp. That's how we do our shrimp. We got hot shrimp.
What kind of fish was that?
The fish is a whiting when we can, but always a white fish. But what is so good about ours is the cornmeal batter.
Like
And
it's
that's
supposed to be.
Like it's supposed to be. Like your grandmother's grandmother would have
Like
done.
Mammy made it.
Mammy made it with some cheese grits, some fried green tomatoes.
You guys had some smoked ribs in there
Yeah,
too.
we have some killer smoked ribs cooked on that old-fashioned pit. That pit was built in 1967. We just
Almost
throw-
as old as I am then.
I wish I could say that. Together at Checker, but we especially love it when they come together at a birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
And we're back. This is the Sunshine Sports Report, very special Sunshine Sports Report on 904live.com. If you're on YouTube, hello there, YouTube. You're watching on Facebook, hello, platform. Good to see you. Is anybody on platform? Anybody on Periscope?
Yes.
Periscope.
Yeah.
Our podcast, Signal 27.
Signal 27.
Signal 27 is okay. Well, we're on Periscope too, so welcome back. Anitra.
Yes.
This is the end of. We're at the end of 2019, going into 2020. What is in store for Anitra at the end of this year and into 2020?
Well, I'm still going around doing my comic and hosting. I just been notified that I am an honoree for one of the TPR honor awards. So yeah. Hey.
All right. Now, what is TPR? What is that?
Time pressure.
She done bust so many times.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's Harold J. He's a comedian, and it's a internet radio.
Okay.
And so he does the awards also, and he's in Alabama.
Okay.
So I was honored to be. I host the first honor award show. So now I'm going to be honored.
Yeah.
All right.
But I'm also going for, like you said, just different stuff that I'm doing. I've written a play, but I got the copyright and all that stuff. But working on my LLC so I can start doing things for the Saints.
Okay.
We don't have too much stuff to do.
Yeah.
If something comes down, with plays from other places, but we like to enjoy ourselves and have a nice time and whatnot. So that's my goal.
Okay. So you'll be the female Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what you.
He-
That's what
he
you
got a
shoot
big
for.
studio, that's right.
Yeah,
I
so
heard about
I'm
this.
gonna claim that. So if y'all need me for anything like comic, you can hit me up on Facebook, Hattie Mae, MAYE, or you can email me at motherhattiemae@yahoo.com. MAYE.
David, what's your 2020 looking like?
Oh, I already started cranking up for 2020. I'm full steam ahead. 2019 still unpacking the abundance that I created with the gifts that God allowed me to have. So they gonna roll into 2020. But we got a film coming out in 2020 with Carlos Smith, the director,
Okay.
called Soulhood Prime. This is our second film that we did under that name. And I'm in there for a good little while. And also Chip is in there as well.
Okay.
You know.
What's it about? What's the film about?
Carlos is a young guy. He's probably 10, 20 years younger than I am, and it's more so his group, and they're talking about different life experiences like falling in love, working a job, going out to play basketball professionally, and all that. I'm a husband with a wife and a son that's getting ready to go off and play basketball and have scholarships, and
Okay.
I see him as a dreamer, and I got to do the reality stuff of making sure the bills are paid and stuff like that. So I'm in a father role.
Big Chip, what role did you play in the movie? Just the role.
Yeah, I was just there, supporting my brother, and it just so happened I was at the right time.
So you
see me in the background.
So Big Chip is just Big Chip.
Don't blink, cause you might miss it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Don't blink.
But you still get paid.
Yeah.
Still get paid.
He's in the scene where the director meets up with the girl that he had a relationship in the first film, but they broke off on bad terms. So 5-6 years later, they meet in the restaurant together.
So this is a continuation of a story.
Oh.
Oh, see, you didn't tell us all that. Okay.
I thought time was limited. I didn't want to take up too much time.
No, time is not tight.
Yeah, they're doing some great work. I mean, the film structure of Jacksonville, Duval Film and Television. We just had an event there, and that film was shown. They were honoring him as a filmmaker. Also, Tamika Lee, I'm in a lot of films with her. She actually was winning an award that night for a film that we did. I don't know if you saw Daughters of Legra or not.
No, I haven't.
I was a Christian preacher, and my wife was doing some stuff she wasn't supposed to do. And I told her, you got to live your life right for the Lord. She was doing that magic stuff, So it was a real good film, and that film wound up getting her nominated, and we didn't know until the night of that it was that particular film. So we were all excited.
Okay. Cherie, how do folks get in contact with you?
They can reach me, of course, through the website. There's a contact page, and you can just put your information in there, and it will get to me. Again, that's slrpresents.com. You can also reach me on Facebook as well as Instagram, and that's Cherie Roberts. And I'm also at the radio station.
Yeah, what station?
TheVictoryStation.org. You can always email me.
And if you're not on the internet, what are the
Email.
signals?
Well, the call letters are, of course, WCGL. It's AM 1360 or FM 94.7.
So it's AM and FM.
Yes.
Two
Yes.
choices.
Absolutely.
And as a producer, you're always looking for.
The right person for the right role. So
And-
these individuals, especially David and Hattie Mae and Chip, and of course Osric, and all of the individuals. First of all, I'm so appreciative for you all helping the vision that I have to come to pass. Hattie Mae did one with another comedian from Georgia named Mother Olda Mae,
I saw
and
her.
they did Mother to Mother, which was my last Wings and a Smile event. So
Did she
that's
get
what
a-
I mean by.
Did she get a chicken wing trophy?
I have not done it yet
She got a
because
chicken
I'm
She got
I
a
would-
Popeye's chicken
I
sandwich.
got a Popeye chicken.
Actually, I was her first host.
Absolutely. This
For
is-
the show.
she sure was. That's right. So these individuals are so special to me, and all of the individuals I work with from actors are very unique because of the fact that they help to make the vision. I can have ideas, but if you don't have people, you don't have, your vision doesn't really come to pass. So I'm just thankful for them being there and
Say-
taking a chance.
Say that I was an investor. I have a few dollars, and I might want to make a few more dollars. Would you be interested?
Absolutely. Always.
And how would I do that?
You would simply get in touch with me, as most investors like to see what you can do to know what they're investing in. So I like to keep a lot of footage on my website. It's a good way for you to get a quick pick real quick, and then of course you can go to the contact page and get in touch with me directly,
Okay.
and I will get right back with you.
All right. Well, unless that's it. That's going to do it for
Yes.
this particular show, this particular month. It's been, I think this is our third show, maybe our fourth show, and this has been probably the most fun because these folks, they carried the show. They kept me entertained the entire hour. If you liked it, and I can't see any reason why you don't, share it, like it, subscribe, and definitely go to these folks' YouTube pages, their websites, because there's a lot, from what I can see, coming up, not only the end of 2019, but also 2020, because they're extremely talented. And like I said, we'll be back, I think, week after next, after Thanksgiving. Well, no, we might be back next week. Yeah, we'll be back next week, next Thursday night, around 7 o'clock on 904live.com. And our co-host Marlon will be back. He's a little bit under the weather, but he'll be back next week. Until next week, this has been Greg
Thank you, Mr.
Daniels.
Daniels.
Oh,
Thank
you're
you.
welcome.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, happy
Thank
Thanksgiving.
you.
Not only to all of you, but all of you too. Happy Thanksgiving. And don't eat too much turkey, and we'll see you next Thursday at 7 o'clock on 904live.com.
Don't forget the
Thank
show.
you.
The comedian show. And bring my gift.
Well,
I couldn't know.
December 14th.